Thank you, Hugo. So you already told everything. So for people who don't know me, my name is Eric Pernod, and as Hugo said, I was working in SOFA 10 years now, 10 years ago. And so I did 5 years after on cloth simulation in another company, and now I'm back as an independent developer to be able to work on SOFA and to do very cool stuff. So, in fact, the presentation will not only be my contribution, but it will be also some work from Frédéric Roy. And also, I will speak very little about work from Federico Spadoni, who is not here, and so we'll see. And normally he's online, I don't know. So basically, why we are speaking about independent development on SOFA. So the idea is, I would say, a little to do some, how do you say, to have improvement inside SOFA. So the idea is to have the master of SOFA, so where there is everything, to have something attractive. So to be attractive, you have to have an engine, a physical engine that is efficient, that you can work in, and stable, of course. And on top of that, we have what we call the plugin in SOFA. And the idea here is to have a lot of plugins, to have different features available, something easy to integrate with a high modularity, so you can only take the plugin you want. And good point, you can put any license you want on the plugin, so you can do what you want. And so the idea is to promote SOFA inside other very known software like Unity, Unreal, later Godot, and also with Qt. And at the end, so you can get some work to some collaboration, or you can do some service around SOFA, either directly using SOFA in the plugin or using SOFA inside another software. And at the end, you are able to bring back some manpower inside SOFA, and you get. Sorry, I don't get my word. That's it. So just wait. So in the presentation, we will speak about the integration of SOFA directly in other software, and also what has been done in different plugins and also in SOFA. So we don't have a lot of time, so it will be really just a presentation. We can discuss that later at the coffee break, or later at the beer break. So SOFA in Unity. It has been now 1 year I'm working in integrating SOFA in Unity, so I won't speak a lot about it, but the idea is just to be able to load a simulation done in SOFA directly in Unity. Any object that is created in SOFA will be mapped to a corresponding object in Unity. So you have on one side an API in SOFA and the corresponding API in Unity, and they are able to communicate together. And when you in Unity, so you are able to run the simulation in background on SOFA. It's what you can see, test on the VR application. And so just quickly, for people who know SOFA, we are able to have what we call the visual model, and also to have access directly to the FEM model. And so in Unity, you are able to change the parameter you want from SOFA directly in the GUI. And the idea of putting SOFA inside Unity is to be able to use all the good point of Unity, which is a big community, to have some nice rendering, to be able also to use VR. And so you will see during the presentation, a lot of video will show you is done using Unity. And now we are just I'm gonna let micro to Frédéric.
Hello, so my name is Frédéric Roy, and it's a bit similar as Eric told that how to display SOFA in a better way. But instead of Unity, I was thinking about Unreal Engine, because for me, I think Unreal Engine is much better for rendering, even if Unity has much more advanced stuff for things. So, or everybody knows this video with the Stormtrooper from Star Wars, which is in real time. So I was thinking, why not the same with SOFA? So basically, my idea was to make a plugin for Unity engine, load the simulation file into Unreal Engine, and you can use all the tools of Unreal Engine with SOFA. And of course, to be as fast as if we were already directly in SOFA. So here is a video which explains everything I wanted to show. Full screen. So yeah, you just design as usual in SOFA or in SOFA 2 later on your simulation. So just a table, a chair, can be formed, whatever. So now back to Unreal Engine, you just add a special actor, what is called actor in Unreal Engine, and you load directly your file into it. So typing the name of the scene, and you will directly take all the mesh, vertices, etc. from SOFA. You can already play the simulation. You will see it's already nicer than SOFA. But the good thing is that for each visual model, you can apply a different material. So an Unreal Engine material is much better than in SOFA, so you can have a reflection, light mass, and everything. So it's much better than what we can achieve in SOFA directly. So just applying all the materials on the different visual model. And here we got the simulation. And of course, you can go around and everything with the camera. And it's in real time. And I could see that FPS was like 90-95% of the one from SOFA, so it's basically the same. And the visualization and the simulation are desynchronized. So there's one thread for SOFA, one thread for Unreal Engine. So it's not synchronized. So I just change the young modulus and you can see the chair was stiffer. And of course, you can directly load with all the materials with config files and everything. You can use all the transformation tools from Unreal Engine, and scales and rotation, etc. And of course, you can still run it and it will be the same. And at the end, because Unreal Engine has a Flex version, I'm trying to plug Flex and SOFA in the same program. Sure. And the Bacon one was in the Flex example of Unreal Engine. So this I wanted to show the lever because in each SOFA presentation there is a lever. But it doesn't want to load, so it's too bad. There is no play. Why so just the lever deformable lever with the tool, just poking on it. And so as a conclusion, what I want to do in the future is to port on Linux because now it's working on Windows and on Mac. Yesterday I just made it yesterday. And now I want also to do on iOS and Android because I already have an ARM version for iOS, so it's very easy to make SOFA on iPhone or smartphones. The most difficult task will be how to interact between Unity Engine and SOFA, like a cube for Unity interacting with a cube from SOFA or whatever. And of course, to be able to use Flex with SOFA would be really cool. After that, this is for now it's impossible because SOFA don't support multiple simulations at the same time because of static stuff in the code. And why not at the end? Well, that's not really interesting for me, but why not to do some augmented reality or virtual reality things? Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, as like say, the idea of putting a sofa inside Unity and Unreal is that now in the what we call the game engines, there is no there's only physics engine like physics from NVIDIA, which doesn't do FEM and do only a lot of we'll say physics for games only. And so the idea is to put the sofa because we know that sofa can answer a lot of problems. And so we just spoke about how to promote sofa, but also the second idea is to have some good content in sofa. So I'm just gonna speak quickly about what has been done during the last month and year. So one of the big aspects of using sofa is to be able to use haptic devices. So on the left, if it works, it doesn't work. Just give me 1 second.
Okay, I'm gonna sing for you for a few seconds. No, definitely. So that's actually the first time I'm seeing the presentation of Fred on Unreal. I knew already a bit, even a bit more than a bit, about sofa in Unity, but it definitely means that there is no reason anymore to make crappy, shitty rendering, and we don't need to spend actually a lot of time for that in sofa. That's what I said yesterday for the training when we are talking about sofa. Sofa, it's made for physics. I mean, that's a physics engine. We're not gonna try to do everything like, we have a plugin for image segmentation, for image registration, which is good for first steps, but there is again softwares where there is the specificity on very specific on those topics, like rendering. Rendering is not the most, I would say, the biggest part of sofa. So that kind of coupling for, I think, any purposes, and I got the sentence from Stefan just a few seconds ago. It was okay, so that's good for papers because most of us know, the SIGGRAPH papers, or the SIGGRAPH conference, in which when you are submitting to SIGGRAPH, if you've got your sofa rendering, okay, you can. It's not just. It's maybe not a zero chance acceptance, but at least it's some kind of lack of respect of the reviewer to just send that kind of rendering. So yeah, that kind of tool I think can be useful both for research and for you're waiting for me now. So I'm sorry. That's okay.
Thank you. Okay, so really sorry about that last minute setup. So I was just saying that one of the key points of using sofa is to be able to use haptic devices. So on the left, it's just a small example of using a geomagic device from a 3D system. So it's done also inside Unity using VR, and in the background there is a sofa running. So just a quick demo of being able to interact with deformable model of the tendon, and also rigid model of the knee. So I'm just able to pull it. And on the left, so there is the new haptic devices coming from haptic avatar, from Follow, sorry, haptic avatar from Follow. And so as I explained, I'm very enthusiastic to work with this product because there is a lot of things to do to be able to use the different devices at the same time inside sofa, and also to be able to on one part use what they developed, so the iBox that can do directly some collision inside the hardware. So we would be able to focus really on the deformable part of the simulation. And so as they say, I hope to finalize this plugin before the end of the year and beginning of next year. This is work we have done last year. So it's again using different plugins. So with another optic tool which is called Intact. And so it has been done. Sorry, it has been done for a company named Marion Surgical. So it's simulating the insertion of a needle inside the body to reach the kidney. So as you can see, we can put the needle and the haptic device stay thanks to the constraint resolution. And at the same time, we were also plugging it with another plugin which is doing the X-ray rendering. So we can see on the bottom of the simulation. That's it. Then another plugin that has been done, so not by me, but by Federico Spadoni. So I help him with all the rendering, but all the cool stuff of simulation is done by Federico. So here it's a simulation inside Unity of 12 organs, all simulated in different threads. And so we end up with FPS of around 60. And so all the organs are simulated inside so far. And, it's done inside. There is two plugins in fact in SOFA. There is a multi-threading plugin which is open source and where you can do some work inside different thread. And there is a plugin that he developed, multi-core GPU, where you are able to really separate the simulation loop. So I just present quickly his work, but I'm not the expert. So basically, he created a task step queue where you can put all the tasks you want to do in different threads. And there is a different worker that will pick up the work and do it. And at the same time, he's also creating a CUDA thread queue. And so the different CPU tasks can send some tasks to the CUDA thread. And it's also using what he calls the CUDA stream. So I'm sorry, I'm really not the expert. But the idea is, what he explained to me, that now we are able to do the copy between CPU and GPU, also in an asynchronous way. And so we don't block the GPU between the copy and the simulation. If you want more explanation about that, I would give you the contact of Federico. Then just quickly some other plugins. So there is work around the fluid using SPH model. So for people who already know SOFA, it's not something new, but it's something that we wanted to put back because everyone knows that, for example, for medical application, it's very important to have also at the same time some fluid, but not necessarily to do a really study of fluid dynamics, but to have fluid following the simulation. There's also worked with from Sophia Antipolis to be able to bring back all the electrophysiology cool stuff. So here it's just a quick simulation of reaction of diffusion on the 3D tissue, but we are also able to simulate some reaction diffusion on tetrahedral meshes. And the last thing is also to do some simulation of clouds. Because as I said, I worked during 5 years in a company that were doing that. And the company just doesn't exist anymore. So I just want to bring back all the technology. And for people who know me, I couldn't finish without speaking about topology. And so the last plugins I'm working on are to be able to do topology modification in VR. So it will be, here it's a small example of carving a lever in VR. And on the left, it's what I'm working on right now. It's to have some what I call advanced carving. So when you start carving, it starts remeshing the 3D 3D mesh to have a better resolution, and it will be also used for cutting in next month. And so this is an application in Unity where we are drilling inside a bone. And just remove the small bones parts to get to the what's the name? To the sigmoid. And this is the work done for a company named Twin Medical. So that's it. It was just to show you what has been done. If you have some question or if you want to collaborate, don't hesitate to contact us.
Thank you, Eric. So yeah, if you have also ideas for for Eric, for Fred and son to on topics to work on, because you think there is a tremendous business, obviously they would be interested. But yeah, so that's really so the two reasons why. Not maybe tomorrow, but for topological changes, we hope to have new things upcoming in SOFA. That's also the reason why, again, for visual rendering, we can I think now achieve very nice things, not within SOFA, but with SOFA and other softwares. So yeah, if there is any questions, any curiosity, or yeah.
Maybe just for Fred, maybe. About the software license of Unreal. Actually, I know a bit about the one of Unity, but yeah, if you want to use what we've done in Unreal, what are the license of? I guess the software license of Unreal is it?
But if you distribute it and you sell it, you pay royalties. I don't remember how many percent. 5%. Everybody knows this. So yeah, it's 5%. But it's free for research.
I think it's a great idea to use it for demos, for sending demos to reviewers.
Any other curious question or no? Yeah.
Hello, I would like to know if there is a plan to support electromagnetic fields.
So yeah, electromagnetic, basically all magnetic simulation. That's actually something that's not the first time we've got the question in SOFA. It's something that has, at my better knowledge, maybe some other people from the community that were there before me would know some other projects involving, but there have never been some project, at my knowledge, involving that. Again, that's what I said yesterday. I mean, models need to be then implemented, if not existing, as long as it's can be PD-based model, whatever, as long as you can model your evoluting phenomenon, magnetic field or whatever, should be feasible. So I'm no expert at all in magnetic field, so I could not reply for that. But I know that's actually often a question that we have in the community.
Just now, remember what I wanted to say. I was speaking about a virtuous cycle, because if we can do more collaboration, so we will have more things inside SOFA, so we can create a loop and have more and more contribution, and people are asking for help. So if you need help if you are an expert in magnetic field and you want to do something in SOFA, we can help you.
And the 1% operation.
Yeah, actually, what you saw is a 2% operation with the work of Fred and Eric. So for 2020 again, we have the plan to clone Eric at least twice. So if you want to give those clones a bit more work, feel free. Yeah, thank you again. There will be sorry, another question, Vlad.
Thanks for the talk. I got a question regarding carving and texture generation, because I saw that there's slight changes in the texture when you carve the surface. Is that explain a little bit like, on the how you deal with it?
Yes, I can explain, but I think there is a presentation on that just after, no?
Yeah.
For creating texture. Yeah, so.
So that won't be exactly.
Maybe I will let you answer.
That won't be exactly on the development from Eric, but that's,
But
there is a presentation.
Yeah, it's
on
a
this.
very good question. It's something very needed inside SOFA, and I think I have a good solution.
You've done it better.
a nice swift shift to the next presentation. Thank you again, Eric.